Yo, what's up, guys? Colorado Sports Review here. I'm gonna talk about in this episode. I'm gonna talk about the Rockies. Obviously, the Rockies are kind of a joke of a franchise at this point. With a lot of the decisions they have made, and the management. And I'm just gonna talk about, obviously it's the end, pretty much the end of the preseason, and I'm kind of gonna talk about it because I'm not a huge baseball fan. I'm not somebody that totally follows baseball all the time, so I'm not gonna go super in detail here because I'm not a total baseball nerd here. Because it's the sport I follow least out of the four major sports. But we are going to talk about the Rockies preseason as it comes to an end, as there is only one more game for them in the spring training. So the Rockies end their preseason not end because there's one more game, but the Rockies, they go, I believe, let's see, I think they were, I'm trying to get the stat here, but I can't see. I think they were something like 12, 14 or something like that, but they were a little bit below 500. Just not really a lot to talk about because I obviously I wasn't really actually watching a lot of these games. I caught a couple, but in terms of standout players, really, what I could kind of tell, obviously, our only, our only pretty much star left, one of our only stars left is Trevor Story. I think he had a couple home runs. I can kind of see, let's see, because obviously I'm very not professional with this because I don't really follow baseball that much. Maybe it's something I should get into, but, in terms of standouts, in terms of batting, Winton Bernard had a 400 hitting average, which is pretty good. And let's see, Trevor Story, he only had a 1.182 hitting average, which is not good at all. I mean, I know that. It's preseason, obviously, but that's not good. He obviously, but he did have 4 home runs. I mean, that's pretty good, right? But obviously this is preseason. This is not real stuff. We're really going to see when the Rockies season actually starts. Obviously, we can talk about, how they got rid of Nolan Arenado and that stuff. Obviously, it's really sad to see, and that was one of the only reasons I could actually get into the Rockies was because of Nolan, and he was just an outstanding player. I remember watching him, the throws he could make. He was arguably the best third baseman in the MLB. Several Gold Gloves. Great. He's a superstar, a great player. It's sad to see him go. They traded him to the Cardinals for pretty much nothing. The Cardinals pretty much get away with robbery because the Rockies ownership doesn't know what they're doing. But in terms of my season expectations, I don't really have any for the Rockies. In terms of their ceiling, I think they could finish, maybe a spot below a playoff spot as their ceiling, really, and as their floor, they're just gonna finish last. I really don't see this team going much of anywhere, especially with the losses of, Nolan Arenado and not having a closer and not having an opener and a closer for them. They've really never had outstanding pitching, because this team obviously pitchers, they don't like playing at super high altitude. And, that's an issue for our team. So, looks like it's going to be another average to below average season for the Colorado Rockies. I will keep you posted for videos, probably like every week about them if I can give updates. Maybe a week into the season we'll make an update. But I'm not, so you guys are clear, I'm not going to be making videos for every game because I am not a baseball, I'm not crazy about baseball. I don't know a ton about baseball, and it's the least followed sport for me. So if you guys can kind of understand that, because I know most of the players on the Rockies, but, I haven't learned their whole lineup, especially after the offseason. Yeah, obviously, it's going to be an interesting season. Hopefully there can be some young, players that develop for the team, but we will see. And thank you guys for watching, and go Rockies.